It's a little long.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we are live. Anybody got anything they want to say before I get started with this recap?
Is it just me, or does it feel like it's been forever since we played? Like, it feels like it's been longer than a week.
I mean, we just missed yesterday. Other than that, it's just been a week this time.
Yeah, missing yesterday kind of sucks. But it is what it is.
Yeah, no big deal. We got plenty of time. But yeah, I don't know. I just felt like from last Wednesday to today, I guess it just feels like time was crawling. Went slow.
Yeah. Oh, before I do give a recap, the improved critical extensions should be working correctly now. I've also got status indicators, which will show like blood on your token, depending on how much damage you've taken. And if you're actually dead, like you fell all your saving throws, you'll have skull bones, cross skull bones, or whatever. And it shows your successes and fails on saves. Tested them out, and they seem to work okay. In the test that I didn't test them with all the extensions I have, so hopefully we don't have any issue, any conflict somewhere. All right, so last session. Oh, by the way, congratulations. We are on session number 50. It's a big number. Last session, you found yourself trapped in a room that was quickly filling up with wine. Alimar thought quickly and cast Wall of Force, surrounding everyone except for Jack, in an invisible barrier that kept the wine out. Vendor noticed that the bright lights on the ceiling were actually an illusion and informed everyone of that finding. Storm wanted to probe the ceiling with his 10-foot pole, but needed a way to do so. The Wall of Force would not allow this, so the idea was to have Alamar cast his tiny hut. And they would, you all thought that would solve the issue where you could stick the pole through the tiny hut. But you watched from inside this Wall of Force as Jack was attacked by a seemingly invisible creature, and ultimately he was taken under and never to be seen again. Alamar was hesitant to let his Wall of Force dissipate, but he ultimately agreed, and he did just that. It was a bit of a shock when the tiny hut did not hold out the wine, and Storm quickly probed the ceilings in hope of an escape route. None would be found through the ceiling. Vendor thought and decided to cast his arcane eye and guide it in an effort to find an escape route. His first two gargoyle heads, the pipes that led beyond them, proved to be dead ends that just ended up in a huge vat filled with wine. The third head led down a tunnel into an unexplored area of the dungeon, and it actually went far enough that there was no wine in the tunnel. So he relayed this information to you all, and a quick plan was made as there was literally a foot of breathing room left within the hut, and you all escaped. Once you all found safety from the certain doom of drowning by wine, you entered the tomb of Nang Nang. A gray slod was seen pacing inside a pentagram of salt. Alka used his new Mace of Terror to frighten the slod. While they explored the sarcophagus, ultimately, Vendor took a petrified egg. Nang Nang's spirit was too strong for Vendor to resist, and they became one. Meanwhile, a hidden door was found on the east side of the room, and Roth proceeded to open and enter a small hallway. He found a table with a dusty bottle resting atop it. Alamar moved by and picked the bottle up in an attempt to reveal its magic. His fingers smeared away some of the dust, and he was able to see a small humanoid inside it yelling and waving at him. He decided to cast Comprehend Languages. The humanoid inside was demanding to be released and eventually bartering for her freedom with some of her valuables. You all agreed and set her free, and then she cast a spell that allowed her to speak with you all. She thanked you for freeing her, and after some questioning that y'all had for her, she cast a spell and vanished. Then you moved into Papazzato's tomb. An inscription below a bronze shield read, "Bow before no one." Vendor took that to heart and bowed before the faceless statue. But he'd also heard the voice of Nang Nang tell him to grab some of the treasure from the chariot. Storm was keeping an eye on this treasure, but he had his back turned to Vendor. He was kind of preoccupied. I want to say it was with Alamar. He was a little suspicious that Alamar was going to touch something he wasn't supposed to, but it ended up being Vendor instead. Immediately, the bronze shield animated an image of a hunter on front of it, and it attacked you all. One by one, each attack by the party hit the shield but did nothing to it. Finally, Vendor cast his spiritual weapon, and it was revealed that force damage would actually damage it. Akka followed suit with magic missile, and you all successfully defeated this rather odd foe. Vendor grabbed the amulet from the treasure, and the spirit of Papazotto entered his body. A struggle then began between Papazotto and Nang Nang. Eventually, Papazotto was victorious. The party became curious as to what it was like having a spirit inhabit their body. Vendor informed you all that it wasn't all that bad. Akka then decided to allow Wongo to inhabit him. This is where we left off. Anything y'all want to add to that?
I also gave my staff to Storm.
Okay.
Very
It was a pretty long recap. I knew I was going to miss some stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Thought it was fine.
It was a long recap, but I think you covered it pretty well.
All right. So you were all in Papazotto's tomb. You've divvied out some of the relics that have the spirits in them. Some of you have allowed yourselves to be inhabited. What do you wish to do?
All right. Well, I suppose we have everything that we can carry here, correct?
Yeah, I think so. But it looks
There
like
was-
there might be something to the north.
There's nothing else in this tomb or in this sarcophagus.
Well, not in the sarcophagus or the cart. Actually, do we open the sarcophagus?
I don't think we've opened it yet.
I think we just grab things off the top.
Sure, you want to open it?
It's the worst that could happen.
I'd
Don't
say
tempt fate.
Well, we can open it if there was all this stuff on top. There's no telling what could be inside.
My question is, why would the relic for the tomb be on top of it?
They could they could be like gifts or something like that.
So I'd like to take a look at this wagon. Does it look like if I grabbed this, I could like tilt it up and slide the sarcophagus out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab the front of it and just tip it upwards, like push it up, so then that way the back end goes down. Coming down.
Okay.
Hurry up and get it out of the way.
Sarcophagus slides off of the chariot.
Anything else fall?
Nope, just the sarcophagus.
Okay, so then after that's done, I'm just gonna walk over and give Roth a look. Give me a hand.
All right. And so we'll take and slide the lid off of the sarcophagus. Flip inside.
Slides off very easily. And as it slides off, inside the sarcophagus, you see the brittle skull and bones of an Eblis, the form of Papazotto.
Anything else when we're looking in there? Just the bones?
Just the bones.
Armor, no rings, no nothing like that.
Nope.
You think anyone would have, or either me or Alamar would have detect magic on?
Would y'all?
I don't know. I know
I would have-
Alamar had it when we entered the room, but I don't know how long it's been.
And we just got through a fight too.
It was a short fight, though. I mean, in terms of length. I mean, he's
I know
probably
he's got
still
it
got it
turned.
up. Yeah, he's probably still got it up. He doesn't see any magic inside the sarcophagus.
Okay.
Alright, do you see any other
Well-
magic in the room?
Yeah, I'll look around the room, see what I can see.
You don't see any other magic inside the room. You did see magic earlier. The bronze shield did radiate conjuration magic, but obviously y'all destroyed the shield.
No, we're all clear.
All right. I'm gonna pull my pole out and start checking this hallway, and then as I check it, go to the door.
Okay.
And I'll also, real quick, just check the wall behind the shield to make sure there's no secret passage.
Okay, give me a. Yeah, I'm not even gonna make it roll. You look and you just don't see anything.
Okay.
All right, and walk up to the door and see if I can open it.
I'm not sure if it's locked. Can you open it if you click on it?
Oh, cool.
Not locked.
Neat.
All right. Well,
You don't even have to be next to it. You can just click it from distance away. It's funny.
all right. Well, that was interesting. Looks like we're back at the beginning here.
How'd they get that chariot up here?
I would assume very carefully.
Must have had to carry it.
Well, I suppose it's time to go down into the further into the dungeon, unless we really want to try and deal with whatever is to the north.
Ugh. Brother, do you want to take a closer look at it? Or are we just going down?
Closer look.
At the demon head? I don't think you were here for the session, so it was the first room that we had went in. It is pretty much just straight to our north.
Was it kind of like the first one that we saw when we entered the tomb?
No.
No, this one.
Yeah, if you stand where I
so
am, you can at least see it with the line of sight.
it has a, so it has some sort of a spell, so we can't see anything within it. But when we did throw a marble in, we could hear it fall about 20 feet down. But it's like when we put the light spell on something, as soon as it went into the mouth, we couldn't see the light anymore. So there's some sort of darkness spell between from the inside of that statue to where we're at right now, blocking light.
Well, if we figure anything
We
that
did.
can help us with that, we can come back.
And we did see something below us moving.
Yes, there still is some sort of creature below us moving.
I feel like at this point it's just trying to lure us down farther and farther. Storm, you do look a bit... Nah, fuck it, go ahead.
No, I've seen better days at this point, but I don't know if we're quite ready for a rest now. I don't think it's been that long.
Yeah, to be
Has it?
perfectly honest, I don't really care. Whatever you think.
The DM, right? We're not quite to the point where we should be taking a long rest right now. I know we can't really
No.
see time of day, but I mean it's been a few hours, if that, since we've been starting to move, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's not time for a long rest.
I feel mentally drained, but you know, that's not saying much for Akka.
Vendor, you noticed something odd about that corner you're standing in, that wall to the east. Something seems out of place about it.
I'll call Storm back up. Hey, before you go down there, there's something right here.
What's that? I'll take my hand and run it along the wall, see if I can find, looking for like a secret door, lever or something.
Okay, I guess since you're feeling around and stuff, give me an investigation.
Is where you were talking about, like where they're feeling around, or did you mean over here by like the plaque?
You find where they're at. They're in that corner.
Okay.
You run your hands along it and you find what seems like a brick that's more like a little loose, where you feel like if you push it in, it's going to open up a secret door.
All right, well, stand back. It's hard to say what this will do.
I'll shoot me to the side and step on the stairs.
And I will, once everyone's done moving, I will press in the brick.
The door retracts upwards, and behind the secret door, water fills a carved stone font.
Well, there's a like a water fountain or a well or something in here.
So we're gonna get another Stormarella.
Okay, and as you look into the water, as the water begins to swirl, eerie light emanates from within the basin. Slowly, an image resolves on the water surface. You have to give me a second to read you something here. You see a hallway with some stairs. And in this hallway, there's graven images of rotting corpses. And the floor is littered with tarnished coins, pieces of armor, broken shields, axe heads, and other bits of scrap metal. And the image you're seeing is like you're seeing this from the vantage point of some kind of creature or humanoid or something as it's walking. And it continues down this hallway until it comes across a huge circular room. And it's got stone balconies that protrude from the walls on the opposite side. And on that west side, I'm going to say the west side, you're on the east side. The west balcony is 15 foot higher than the one that you're currently seeing from. And there's two thick chains that dangle in the gulf between the balconies. And one of them ascends upwards as this creature that you're seeing through looks up. A couple 100 foot before you can't see it anymore because of a cloudy vortex. And the other one, as it looks down, descends another 100 foot below the gear. And then it turns and begins to walk back through the hallway.
That was interesting. Did you see that, Roth?
I saw it, but I don't understand it really, unless we're looking at something somewhere lower in the dungeon.
A round circular room. Yeah, I don't believe we've come across a room like that yet.
I don't think so.
Well, it looks like we're gonna have to deal with if that is now and in this tomb. There's gonna be a lot of. Looks like we're gonna have to deal with some undead moving forward.
What in the hell are you all talking about in there?
This water is giving. We could see something in the water. It was like looking through a creature's eyes.
Would I know that this might be what they call the scrying pool?
Hey, give me an Arcana check. No. Doesn't seem like that to you. Or are you just unfamiliar with them?
Okay.
Vinder, have you ever seen anything like this?
The pool itself?
Yes.
Well, I've seen spells similar, but I don't think anything that looks through something's eyes.
I've seen pools like that. Sometimes birds flutter down in them. They're usually a bit smaller, though.
How about you flutter down inside of it?
Yeah. Sometimes.
All right. Well.
Could
There's
be a
nothing-
warning.
Yes, it looks like it.
Yeah.
Well, let's move out.
All right. Oh, shit!
Somebody's going to say something.
Well,
Look behind you.
to be fair, I did see it coming for a while, but we weren't looking that way, and I have a 9 perception, so...
I was like, I'm gonna throw this in there and just have it slowly walk down and just see if anybody notices it.
I have my
I
map
saw
is
it,
very
but
thin.
like you said, my perception is only 11, so I was concentrating on the pool.
So as y'all turn around, you see another skeleton with a key head on it, like similar to what you'd seen before, but this one is got a square key head. But roll initiative.
Do we still have that skeleton key head?
Someone should have it.
I think it might be in the party sheet.
If I remember right, it's a triangle, the one that you should have.
Yeah. We have a bunch of stuff in there.
Okay. Roth, why is your initiative not taking?
Do you have the right token in the combat tracker?
I mean,
There's a different token.
Same token.
should, but and this issue with Sonny's game too.
Well, the picture on the top left is different.
That's my portrait.
Oh, true.
To be fair, mine's different too. In that same aspect, like my token's different than my portrait.
Well, I swapped it out. I'm going to delete your initiative and drag and drop that in there, see if he'll take it this time.
Okay, now I'm completely blind.
Oh yeah, you swapped and he hasn't uncovered anything. It might work if you move the token real quick, but
Now my map's completely gone.
But you should still. You don't have any. Can you at least see our characters and stuff within your line of sight? You will have lost everything else, but you should have your current line of sight, unless he's got it on the wrong layer.
Yeah, I just moved it, and I got line of sight to barely anything.
Yeah,
But-
unfortunately, that's the side effect of this line of sight. Is if you change tokens, you lose everything that last token had.
yeah, it's like deleting your memory.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out why it's not linking correctly. But I got your initiative on there, though.
Is it just in the combat tracker itself, or is it on your extension that it's not loading?
It's, well, when he rolled initiative, it didn't populate this initiative in the combat tracker at all. But anyways, round number 1. I'm not even going to put battle music on. Storm.
All right, I will pull out my short bow and take a shot.
Duck.
Why?
And you fire away with your short bow and it misses.
Somebody didn't duck.
All right,
Roth.
that is that's my turn.
Somebody goosed when they should have ducked. Here I am.
Okay. Yeah, it's your turn, Vendor.
I'll throw a firebolt at it. Perfect.
Oh no! The curse
I
is
said
What'd I tell
duck.
Alvar, you got a duck.
Vendor misses.
We die to a skeleton.
Well, I guess I'll try. I hope I continue the 2. I'll use
Don't ruin the
my
streak.
halfling nimbleness to close the gap, going past my brother and Alamar, and as I do, putting Booming Blade on my mace or my Morning Star, and then taking a swing. Uh-oh, hold on, something's different.
What's different?
My display is different. Like in combat. Alright, so yeah, I think I see now.
Are you done? You changed your thing from like standard to actions or something like
Yep,
that.
exactly. As I change it back. Uh-oh.
And that's a hit. Yeah, I never keep it on actual combat. That one just doesn't have everything on there it should have. And
That's the one I keep it on.
you take it down rather quickly.
They strike into it, and it falls. Does the head remain as the key?
Yeah, the head is still there.
I'll pick it up. And then hand it to my brother. Here. But I'll try to play like the height game with him and dingle it over his head so he can't quite reach it.
So it's in the party sheet.
I just hold my hand out, and I don't even play along with the game.
Ugh, you're no fun.
I'm going to reach over and touch Storm and use lay on hands.
Okay.
Alright, so my main question is, what in the hell were you two aiming at?
And you see behind it, there was a bug on the wall.
Nah, must have missed that one.
You said I had to try and hit a skeleton while not hitting the rest of you. Did I hit anybody else?
I think you grazed my ear.
You got grazed a couple times.
So, Vendor, if you want to add the triangle, and I guess the rectangle was in there too.
Square and triangle.
Square, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I got him.
See if they go into each other. That should work, right?
Not sure if it works that way. I will go over and pick up my arrow.
Okay.
All right, well, I don't remember seeing... Did we see anything that would fit into on this floor through everything that we've gone to so far?
Not yet. We've kind of gone a weird way around everything.
Well, if we're still in the same place where we did come in, then... Well, that's the stairs we came down from the first floor. But...
And we went into the second tomb, correct? But we never actually went into the first tomb.
Well, we went in, but we ran out really quick. But anyways, I don't even know if we can get back there.
Yeah, it's right over there, and I'll point across to that. That's how we got in.
Oh, shit. Well, we can try. Go back around the other way. Loop back around to where we saw that dead body.
Yeah. I believe now we know if we dispel the ceiling, then it shouldn't set the trap off. Are you still capable of doing that, Vinder?
Hmm.
Wait, if that's the way back to that hall, we don't even have to go into that room. And even if we do go into it, as long as we don't open the lid, that'll be fine too.
Yes, it's more so what I was thinking.
True.
I don't know if we have a reason to go back into the room.
Well, I thought we were looking for something for that key to go into.
Well, we could take a
What
look
about the
around.
devil's face?
Because we went into the second room. We never went into the first. We never actually looked around in the first room all that much.
But what's to say that these keys aren't for something that's down there?
Very true. We can move forward.
Yeah, let's just
Perfect.
go.
Let's say we go down.
If we need to double back, we can always do that.
Yeah, so we move forward.
Forward it is.
Now,
Pull
did we circle around in that ring thing that was in the first room?
Yeah, we did.
Yes.
That's
Are we in the wrong tomb?
well, that was kind of what I was thinking. If we needed to go back, then we circle around, then go back downstairs.
Should we do that just to be safe?
I'll walk over there and read the plaque.
What's it say? Is it the same?
Is it the same clue?
Yep, it's the same.
All right. Same one. Into darkness we go.
Go around the corner and see if you see the dead body.
Into darkness descend.
Be a good time to put an encounter up while you're over there separated.
Yep.
Quick, sprint!
And no, you do not see the body.
I have a feeling into darkness descend has something to do with the darkness in that head you were referring to.
I think so.
I believe it probably is, yes.
If it drops about 20 feet. Now the real question is, who wants to be the one to find out what's in it?
Well, we could tie a rope on someone. and
Or
have-
something.
Alka.
We have
or something,
What?
and then
Who's calling my name?
Aka, do you want to learn how to fly?
we still
Yeah.
have the immovable rod. We can use that.
Like when you mentioned learning how to fly, Akko will be like, it'll seem a little confused at first, then just respond with, "Yeah."
We can
No.
tie a rope around you and everybody lower him down into the darkness.
Now the question is, if we go back to that, the circle, if we go back around the circle, do we come out in a different tomb here?
That's kind of what I wanted to figure out. We can go into one of the ones we've already been in and see if the treasure remains.
All right, well then let's do this quickly. Everyone go down the hall. When you get to the ring, go south and then back around.
I'll follow him through the south.
If I pop back out on this side and I see a dead body, I'll say, "There it is, let's keep going."
And there is a dead body.
Yep, so okay. We're back in the original one now.
I think this is what they call dungeonception. All right, who's got the rope, and has everyone made their way around?
Well, let's see real quick.
Oh yeah, go
I'll
down.
go over here and see if this secret door over here is closed.
It's still open.
It's still open.
How to confuse the party.
And
101.
this
Oh,
tomb
no,
over here is
no.
open as well?
My bad. I just forgot y'all just walked back to another area, so never mind. So
Okay.
yes, those doors are closed, and the stone block, when y'all came down, the stone block in the room that had the wine is no longer in a down position.
All right, and then when we come back into this hall, or into the room that we're in right now, is that hidden room open or is that closed?
No, that's well, I thought I had closed that.
I just went straight through that door, opened it. If this sarcophagus is on the floor, that'll be pretty solid confirmation.
It is on the floor.
All right, and then I'll just immediately walk back out and I'll say, it's still on the floor. I think that it has some sort of connection. But I don't think we're in the same exact place.
Maybe it only affects the hallways. I'll look around for a creepy looking square head skeleton.
You don't see one anywhere.
All right, so are we doing the demon head or are we doing the stairs? Preferably, I'd rather just take the stairs. It looks to be about the same distance down. Perhaps it winds up in the same place.
Do we want to disregard the riddle?
I'll leave that up to you, and Rothvinder.
I'm going. And then when I get
wouldn't if I was you.
when I get to the demon head, I'm just gonna put my arms up and say, "All right, get it nice and tight."
I'll tie a rope around him.
You want to go in first?
Should we give him
We
the
did
rod
search
just
his
in
room,
case he
didn't
needs
we?
to lock it in?
Well, my thought process was we tie the rope to the rod outside the mouth, lock it in, and then whoever goes in can slowly climb
That's a
down
really
the
good
rope.
idea.
Can
Yeah.
slowly climb down the rope.
Okay, so Aka's going down first, correct?
That is indeed correct. Once I got the rope tied around my waist and the movable rod is in its place, all secured, I will begin to lower myself down.
So the rope is tied to the immovable rod, which is just outside the black space or whatever, and then we're throwing the rope into the mouth for it to fall down, and then Akka is going to slowly start climbing down the rope.
So you climb down the rope. It's pitch black as the entire time you're climbing for a good 20 foot.
I'll just speak into his mind. I'll say, just let me know if anything happens.
Responding, I'll just say, I can't see shit, and try to cast light on my shield again. See if that works.
And it doesn't. Light cannot penetrate this darkness.
All right, still holding on to the rope. I am just going to move around, see how big this room is, see if I feel anything.
Well, once you get to the bottom, or you go 20 foot, I didn't realize that I thought you were still doing the light like when you're inside the descent.
Oh, well,
But
no,
once
I
you
wouldn't
do
be able to
come
do that
out,
until I get down
once
to the
you
bottom.
do, once you do come out of we'll call it a tunnel. 4 torches illuminate stone sphinxes crouched in the corners of this 15-foot high room. The torches cast flickering light across hieroglyphs carved into the tiled floor. At the center of the room, a gold inlaid funeral barge stands atop a 3-foot tall stone dais. Resting on the deck of the barge is a small golden sarcophagus decorated with horned rabbits. A dark shaft opens in the ceiling directly above the barge, which you just came out of, while to the south, a corridor is visible through a set of fangs carved into the wall. The skeleton of a dwarf sprawls on the floor east of the barge, clad in a tattered yellow turban and dusty chainmail, and clutching a bronze shield.
Speaking into my brother's mind, I will say, I think you guys are going to want to make your way down here.
It's he could see stuff. When he gets down to the bottom, he can see things.
Does
We need to go then.
Does anybody have a piton?
And then Clue, I'm just going to like hold my current position. But I can't see anything, so I can't really move anyways.
Okay. So what are the rest of you doing?
I will. Is it safe in there?
He hasn't died.
With that, I'm gonna jump on the rope and slide down. As I'm going down the rope, I am going to turn myself invisible.
And you come out to the same description that I read to him. And you also see Akka there.
I asked the
I'm
other
just going to
piece.
hold frozen in place.
I ignore the rope entirely and drop down.
All right, and I don't see.
Okay.
I wish you. We're fixing to lose the immovable rod.
It should still be there.
I'll get it last. Or do y'all want to leave it? I can cast
Where am I?
Featherfall and just fall down.
Okay, well, then we need to.
Well, okay.
I'll
So
go
the
down
thing
the
is,
rope.
if all right, never. I'm already down. Never mind.
Oh, I want your opinion. What do you want me to leave it or?
Well, if this is a trap and we get rid of and we bring it with us, we can't climb the rope back up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna leave it alone then.
We could pick it up later.
As long as nothing comes by and grabs it, yeah. That's
Okay.
the side effect of that. Did you put me on another map? Because
Yeah, I
my
don't see
tokens.
anything.
Yeah.
I did. I'm waiting for everybody. Unless he's going to stay up top.
I'm going there.
Okay. This is where you're at.
Ooh. They said there's a dwarf with a yellow tabard on.
With a turban. Tattered yellow turban.
I'd like to take a look at the bronze shield and stuff that he's right over here, correct?
I'll start a detect
Yes.
magic ritual.
I'll do that to lock y'all. I unlock the tokens.
Okay. I didn't know if that was there were. I thought there was a reason for that.
I
So
think
I was
it
like-
automatically does that when I put you on a different map.
Okay. I will say it scared the crap out of me. I was like, we're all dead.
Okay. Now I did tell
I'm
you
gonna
that there.
inspect the schedule.
I'm going to actually put you on a different map real quick.
Okay.
All right, I'm just going to grab everybody at one time.
I see.
Okay.
Now put yourselves back where you originally were.
I think it was there.
Oh, all right, you can do it now. That lock thing.
Well, depending on
Where we
where
were.
the entrance was at, that's pretty much
Yeah.
where I would be because I didn't move after that.
Yeah, where's the entrance at?
It looked like there was like a little indentation down in like the middle south wall on the original map. But
I don't know if it matters too much.
I mean, we could just have you all come down around the sarcophagus to the north and south of it. I don't know if that's the right way to do it or not.
If you need to read up on it before we mess up.
You can see the bronze shield now.
Okay, does anyone have Nang Nang anymore?
As what?
Nang is not inhabiting anybody right now.
Okay, Shingambi, is that Alamar?
No, I'm Opalaka.
Okay.
bless you.
And Papazato.
All right, so I am going to put y'all up on that.
I'm Wango.
Wango.
Tango.
We're going to get this right. But you see these hieroglyphics on the floor. And, well, what do you want to do?
Oh, I've dealt with stuff like this before.
Still just holding completely still.
I'd look over to the dead body on the ground. Does it look like he stepped on that far tile and fell backwards? Or does it look like he died on a certain tile?
It's like a foot towel.
I'm looking to see if it specifies anything like that. He does look like he was crushed.
Ooh. If it's anything similar to before, I'd say we don't step on the same pattern. Plan out your route.
Wasn't the other one if we stepped on the same thing twice it something bad happened? Looking around, I don't see any of them next to each other like that.
It would make sense if that poor soul over there walked in a straight line into the doorway.
Looks like he died on the foot, so that means the foot comes down and squishes you.
Well, if that's the case, it looks like there's two heads of vultures. If he stepped on both of those.
Clue, can we see down that hallway, or is it just dead ends right there?
You can't. There's a block that's in the way. It's got little small gaps to the north and south of it, but it's too small to really get a good visual right at the moment.
I will use my figurine of wondrous power to summon the fly.
Okay.
Clue, you said there was a sigil on the sarcophagus? Because I think someone that said they were going to investigate it.
I was going to investigate one of the statues, but that was before all
Oh,
this
one of the
happened.
statues. I thought I heard like a sigil or a rune.
Yeah, well,
Well, I mean, where you're at right now, I don't see anything that's written on the sarcophagus at all in these notes. Now, you gonna try to investigate the statues from where you're at?
No, that was before we went to this map. I'm not going to do nothing new.
Okay.
Guess we can all look at that sarcophagus.
Yeah, first things first, let's just check this out. Gesturing towards the tomb.
yeah, let's.
Now, usually when we open those, it's pretty bad.
Yeah. Sometimes
Well,
there's...
hopefully it won't be that bad this time.
Is this one a different color, Clue? I mean, on the map it's golden, so I don't know if...
Yeah, he said it was a gold
Okay.
sarcophagus.
Well, then
Mhm.
that one's... This is different than the others.
I'm trying
All right.
to see what the correct. Okay, I see it. I'm trying to make sure what you can do and you can't do. So if you do the wrong thing, I know how to react, and if you do the right thing, I know how to react.
I say we remove the sarcophagus lid.
Should we do that, or I can send out the fly to test out the tiles?
Wouldn't be a bad idea there.
Well, at some point in time, we're going to have to investigate the sarcophagus.
Why don't we look over the outside? And...
I do agree, but if we have nowhere to run, or we have to run, it could result in being much, much worse.
And one of you two see if there's any funniness in the air floating about.
Pistol's having voice issues.
Yeah, I see that. You want to try, I don't know, swapping the voice server?
Yeah, we could try that.
Can he just not connect? He's gone, right?
Yeah, he's restarted Discord. That usually takes care of it.
Yeah, so I guess we'll wait. Shouldn't be long.
Yeah, giving you a little better chance to see what's going on here.
His PC froze. Oh, in the meantime, I can just do the fly thing. I can. You guys want me to put it on the foot pattern? See if that idea is right.
I don't know what to tell you.
I'm gonna command the fly to fly out, not the foot pattern right next to me, but a farther one, and have it land.
And it's going to land on which? The foot pattern in front of you?
No, probably the bottom right corner, in front of the statue diagonal.
Two down from the dead guy.
2 down from the dead guy.
Okay.
Wait, what happens if it dies, brother?
Well then, I can't summon it for a while.
Okay, so when it lands on that foot tile, you see the 4 statues radiate an aura about them, and they yawn, and masses of magically summoned locusts fly out of their mouths. The locusts form a single cloud that fills a 15-foot cube centered above the offending floor tile. And that will keep all of you out of that area, of course. So each creature in the cloud, as well as any creature that enters, starts its turn. Alright, so I'm going to roll a damage roll. I don't know. How much does your locust have for hit points?
It uses the giant fly NPC. I don't think it's a lot.
Doesn't feel like it would be a lot.
Yes, and you see the locust just devour your giant fly. He is gone.
Yeah, it's like 19 hit points. All right. Do they go back into the statues?
Yes. And then they return to the statues.
Okay. Well, that was exciting.
Wait, do you think like each of these floor tiles will have something like that? That sucks.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I would say that it was about a minute before the cloud just ends up dissipating versus going back into the statues.
So that was the foot, right?
That was the foot. We know the foot's a bad one. I guess our only choice is to... Are there any patterns on the sarcophagus?
There's not.
You know
Maybe
what-
they're inside.
You know what I was thinking, brother? We could have
What's that?
just used the fly and flew over all the tiles.
No, to where?
Outside, the door.
The door is blocked by a stone
I'll point up.
block. Oh, well, we can always climb the rope back up.
Well, I'm on board with Roth. If but there's no clues out here, and each of those seem like they're gonna be bad news. The best thing we can do is open this up. If there's anything inside it, we'll just beat it down quickly.
Yep, may as well.
And I'm gonna get my Mace of Terror ready. Actually, Clue, I want to understand something. Do I need to use the mace to use the power that I got with my guy that's my new buddy? Or can I just use it freely?
The mace, you want to know if you can use the mace freely?
No. So, like,
Or your ability?
the ability from the card. Do I need to have the mace, like, in my main hand, essentially, to be able to use that ability, or can I still have my Morning Star?
Mm,
I just wanted to make sure I understood how it worked.
I don't think you do. For now, I'll say you don't have to, but I'll try to read up on it just to make sure
Okay.
for like next session.
Because I feel like it would be a natural ability, but I was, like 60-40 on it, so. Well, if that's the case, then I'll give Roth a nod and say, let's slide it up over this way. Pointing to my right, his left.
All right, let's do it.
You're doing what?
Sliding the lid off the sarcophagus.
And it does not move, does not budge.
Can you move the boat it's in?
Well, it's made of gold. It's probably just really heavy. Or there could be some magic involved.
Is it possible somebody can check to see if there's any type of lock or anything on this sarcophagus lid?
Could I get my detect magic going?
Yeah, certainly.
Okay. Is there anything magical about it?
It does not seem to radiate magic itself. The statues do radiate abjuration and conjuration.
That makes sense.
Making sure you don't see anything else.
If Storm's still listening on the stream as he had stated, I know there's like a bit of a delay, so I give him some time to respond. But could Storm use his 10-foot pole to try to hit some of the runes, like the hieroglyphics, a couple spaces away?
Let's take Mage Hand and do it.
Yeah, that's another good.
I think he's invisible, so we don't know he's down here.
Oh, I didn't catch that. I didn't know he was invisible.
Yeah.
He's a sneaky cat now.
I see you're lighting up, but I don't hear voice.
He actually disconnected now from Discord.
Oh, he's back in.
We'll say that the sarcophagus does have a slight radiating of magic. We'll say evocation. was very, very faint, though.
Okay.
Probably coming from inside.
Well, if it's coming from inside, how in the hell were we supposed to get this lid off?
Yeah, I know.
We could all work
Think.
together and try to push it off if it's just heavy.
Oh, I guess we give it a shot.
I'm gonna reach into my bag of holding and pull out a different great sword, and I'm gonna take and see if I can pry on it with that great sword.
And no matter how hard you pry on it, that lid will not open.
You guys hear me now?
Good.
Yep.
Yes.
I don't know what that was. I was in there for a little while. I could hear you guys, but you guys couldn't hear me. I had to shut it down again. Start it. So.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't know what's Discord's being weird.
Well, do you have any ideas, Storm? Oh yeah, you're invisible. Never mind.
I know. I did.
Still
I
forgot.
did go up to it and see if I could find some way to. While they were talking, I didn't want to go up to it and see if there was a way for me to, like, if I could find like somewhere to put my picking set or anything like that in there. In the sarcophagus.
There is no spot you see.
All right.
Look.
So
Look
they. Okay. How did you guys? I missed how you guys got the locust to come out. Somebody stepped on the foot.
We used the giant fly and Vendor had it land on the foot.
Yep.
Alamar, your idea with Mage Hand. Do you think that there's a way that you could perhaps like rummage through that one's pockets, gesturing over towards the dead body?
I can try. I'm going to walk across the sarcophagus.
Okay. Are you expecting?
And I'm going to see if I can. Go ahead.
I was going to see if you're expecting something to happen.
No, I was just letting you know that's what I was doing.
Yeah, you walk across it. Nothing happens.
I'll take Mage Hand and see if I can't either move that shield or go through.
What shield are you trying to move?
The bronze
one.
shield.
Yeah, you can move the shield.
I'm gonna bring it to us. I guess Roth wants it, or Malcolm. I don't know which one wanted it.
Okay. Send a party sheet.
Is it magical?
You don't see any magic radiating from it.
Nope. Just like looks like a fancy shield.
Does it have any emblems or anything like that on the shield itself?
No, it's just a non-magical shield, bronze, made out of bronze metal.
All right. So we haven't been able to figure out which foot did the fly land on?
Two below the dead body.
Guys, I
below
can take
dead body.
I can take the shield and pick it up with Mage Hand and drop it and see what happens.
Go
yeah,
through the
that's an
pockets,
idea.
Alamar. See if he's got anything else on him.
I feel the mage hand might be able to press down if the shield works like that.
All right, I'm gonna see what I can find in those pockets.
Well, if it was like that, wouldn't that one still be going off?
You're going to try to get what you can from his pockets?
Yeah, just whatever I can try. I mean, I doubt anything will come.
I mean, you'll find a blue eyeball, a diamond, peridot, periday, or however you say that word, and a vibrant purple eyeball. That's all you find on him.
What was the last thing?
A vibrant purple eyeball.
Oh,
Oh, that'd be nice if you lose an eye.
Does any of that? Well, I don't have detect magic, but somebody does.
It's a good question.
All right.
I think somebody had detect magic on, so it should. If you float that over there, he should know.
I have it going.
All right. Yeah.
None
Do
of
we
it
want to
was
try and
magical.
drop that shield on a different square and see what happens?
Yeah, you can take
Clue,
the
what
mage.
is that? What's that dome-shaped thing? What symbol is that?
What do you mean?
The one right above the dead body.
That is an urn.
Okay. And what is is that a doorway?
Mm-hmm.
And then we got a beetle, a vulture.
Scarab.
That's a scarab. That's a type of beetle.
It is.
And a serpent or viper or something along those lines.
A staff. And some kind of plant.
Yeah, we call it a reed.
Oh, bushes.
Read, yeah, gotcha. All right, so would these have something to do with the gods? How many of them are there? There are
9. I'm like trying to see a pattern, but I don't see like any sort of pattern.
All right, well, let's think of the gods. Would each one of these represent one of the gods?
I think there's only 7.
Oh, is there 7? Thought it was 9.
Well, it's 9 gods, but there's only 7 images.
Oh, okay.
If I counted right.
If it has anything to do with them, I mean, we have a staff matchup, but there's
Is that a staff?
like a staff, maybe a mace. But
It's a scepter.
But the stuff that is for Moa, who is the serpent. Like I said, I've got the staff, but that is like the serpent. There was one of them.
What? No vultures.
There's a bird.
Would that be the bird? Was also like the reed, right? Because it was like it was a water bird, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And no one's gods are speaking to them. Just double checking as you're reading Clue.
I don't think nobody had them because he was asking them about that earlier.
The only 2 that I mentioned was Nang Nang and Shigambi, and nobody is inhabited
Word.
by those 2.
No. Yeah, no.
Nang Nang. Nang Nang. If I know Nang Nang, Nang Nang just probably wanted the gold on the sarcophagus.
Close. It wanted something.
And maybe the shield.
All right. Well, I say we can't figure this out. I say we go on to the next thing. As you hear Storm kind of pipe up from nowhere.
I'm just gonna look back up and then, assuming Storm's still up there, say, "Why don't you come down here and try to fucking help us out?"
I'm gonna take my 10-foot pole out and just tap him on the back of the shoulder. I'm right here.
Make him fall off.
I knew that.
Oh, you still don't see me.
I felt it and probably heard that statement though, right?
Yeah.
Should we try to trigger anything else?
I think that would be the best thing to do is start trying to trigger different.
Well, do you think it's? I mean, we couldn't really move the lid, but do you think we can move this boat?
I would try looking at the dwarf. He at least made it to where the foot is, so that means he has to pass over the barge or vulture or whatever that is. I'd try putting something on one of those far away to see what happens.
That's what I was thinking. I was also trying to figure out why the foot pattern summoned the locust.
Hold on, I have a question for you guys. How do you know where he went?
We don't.
I will go over towards the. I'll start looking around and see if I can see any evidence as to the path that he may have taken. Start looking around for any sort of like foot tracks or dust trails or anything like that.
Okay, what manner are you going to go around looking?
Listen, I've got the pole. I'm gonna just kind of start making my way around, walking around this thing, looking to see if I can see where he stepped off of this platform, and see if I can see any sort of scuff marks or.
Give me an
anything like that.
investigation roll. As you're looking, I'll say, up to 2 tiles away, all the way around. You do not see any evidence of any tracks around the immediate area of this sarcophagus. And I want to retcon a little bit on the body. The body actually wasn't crushed. It was basically eaten to the bone. So you can get more of an impression that the locust did him in.
So the thing is, there must be a pattern.
So
What if those statues have something to do with it? Maybe
It'd be like they've got if he went like the reed and the staff, reed, staff, and then stepped on the foot. That's the only pattern I see to get over there without touching anything else. The reed next to vendor, and then up to the staff diagonally, the reed, down diagonally, staff.
I don't know if it makes a difference for you, but Clue did mention that was a septum, right?
A scepter.
Scepter. Yeah. So I don't know. To me, that sounds a little bit more potentially evil.
So that's the only path I see that you could use to get over there without touching any other symbols.
Well, that's assuming that those ones are correct, but what about if you stepped on the one just to the southeast of Alamar, then to the east, northeast, and then the same? It's another pattern that you could take. We don't know which ones are good or bad. It does seem that if we're going to progress, we're going to need to test each one of these.
Yep. That's the only thing
Can you activate them with the mage hand?
I doubt it, but I could always pick up the shield and drop it.
Well, try just do it on the farthest one away you can. Perhaps the vulture head right at the end.
That's what we'll do. I'll pick it up as high as I can go inside the room and drop it right there.
And you're dropping it where exactly again?
Past the corpse on that vulture. Or dino, whatever that is.
It hits the floor and nothing happens.
Must not be enough weight.
Might not be.
Shit. Well, anyone have any other ideas on perhaps on how to figure him out?
Well, Storm's got his 10-foot pole. He could reach out there and press on one of the vultures close.
I'll use my lantern. I'll go out, and on that same one that he just dropped that he just dropped the shield on, I'll use it to try and press down the 10 pounds of pressure onto the stone, onto that to make sure the full 10 pounds going down against it.
Nothing happens.
For shits and giggles, I am going to go near the edge and see if I can maneuver what this sarcophagus is sitting in. I'm guessing it's like a boat, if I remember correctly.
It is called, what was it at again? A funeral barge.
These are usually set on fire, aren't they?
Yeah.
Can we move the funeral barge, or is it locked in place?
You gonna try to move it?
I'm gonna just
Let's
try to
move it.
tilt it, maybe
I'll help you try to move it.
just see if I can get a light rock to it, I guess.
Yeah, fairly easy.
Oh. Roth, what if we push this over towards the body and set it on fire?
Set it on fire.
Yeah. That's what these things are made for.
Why don't we take and get in the barge, and Storm can use his 10-foot pole, and we can pole the barge and go out the door. Slide the barge off onto the floor and see what happens.
I would suggest we do that before just riding in the barge.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll slide it out.
But listen, if these things are supposed to be set on fire, I mean, it's gonna cause a big flame, so we can't do it here. We need to be a bit away from it. But I do like that idea.
All right, so let's. We're gonna take and try to slide the barge. Which way? Toward the east.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So we will slide the barge toward the east.
Okay, so as you slide the barge to the east and slide it off of this desk, it makes contact with the hieroglyphic floor. First the urn, and then you shove it off even further to the serpent, and then the vulture. And that's where we're going to take our midway break. See everybody in 5 minutes.
All right.
Alrighty.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, we're back, and so you have successfully pushed the funeral boat and tomb off of this dais. And then walls of force come down and surround the boat and slowly begins moving it back towards the dais.
Is there anything on the dais when we push the boat down?
No, it was just empty, except for you all.
And then once we pushed it back down, it just was forced back up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that didn't fucking work. Look, my only other guess is that we set this bitch on fire.
Should some of us climb up?
Oh, how are we gonna see it if we climb up?
I said some of us.
Well, I can't. Make fire, and I kind of suck at climbing, so I guess I'll go ahead and make my way up. Make some room.
So is that what you're going to do? Is climb back up?
That sounds like the best option.
Think a couple of us, and then at least leave one down here to set it on fire. I guess the best option would be Vinder, but if Vinder's gonna stay, then I'm staying with him.
Okay, so I just want to make sure that's
Can
what
we-
y'all are doing.
Looking at these Sphinx, can we see anything special about them? Do they have like keyholes in them or anything like that?
No. Just what I had told Vendor, that they radiated abjuration and conjuration magic. And aside from when you saw them actually move, they actually whenever his giant fly touched the foot tile, they yawned, and masses of magically summoned locusts flew out of their mouths. But other than that, there's nothing really that special about them.
Is there anything on the walls?
No.
'Cause I still feel like we need to be going forward.
Yeah, I think
So how
I
are we
really
supposed to
think
open
this
the
is the
door?
next step. Maybe the pattern with the doorway will open the door.
Well, if that's the case, there's one right over there, and pointing two up from where I'm standing. Storm, if you can press down with your rod, I think you can reach. If this doesn't work, then I say we set it on fire.
Yeah, I'll press down on that. That's not a problem.
Nothing happens.
Which one did you press on?
The one. What did he say? He said he wanted me to do the one 2 up, the reed. Is that what you said, Aka?
No, it was 2 up from where I was standing right here, so the gate.
The gate. Yeah, I'll press on that one.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Hit the snake, and then burn it down.
Well, okay. So the foot, when somebody stepped on the foot, it
The
goes
foot's
off.
bad.
The foot summoned Locust, but I don't
Do we know-
if Locust
do we
got
know-
summoned just
Okay.
because it was the wrong one, or if
Wait.
it's that specific.
Well, the other
Or-
one where the guy is, he's eaten down to the bone, so that kind of gives us that
Confirms that
leading.
theory.
Yeah.
All right. Now the question is,
Look, you're
it-
thinking too
is
much
it
about
all-
this.
is it all the feet or is it just the one foot that sets it off?
That's not the question. That guy's dead. Look at him. Eaten. Just like the fly was. Same spot.
Storm, try the urn above you. Well, above Alka.
All right.
See, we have creatures and we have objects.
All right. I'll go over and use my rod to hit the urn.
Nothing happens.
Try the scepter right beside you too.
Nothing happens.
All right. How big was the square where the locust came out of that foot? Was it 15 foot?
15 foot.
Yeah, you want to try pushing down on the foot.
That was my thought process. See if we can get far enough away from the foot. And my thing's
Actually,
only 10 feet. Yeah.
Can you reach the foot up and
Storm, you
Up to our
do
left.
notice that none of these look like pressure plates.
None of them look like pressure plates.
No.
All
did
right,
it
so-
glow or anything when the fly landed on it?
I mean, for fluff, we could say it did, but more or less, it was a reaction from the statues.
So maybe the floor is not magical, right?
Floor is not magical, no.
Storm, maybe try going invisible. If you're
Alright.
already
I'm
if you're not already.
invisible. All right, I'm invisible, and clear me a path to that rope in case I need to jump up to that rope if I need to.
I'll step aside and leave
All
room
right.
for the rope.
I'm gonna step out onto the reed.
Okay, nothing happens.
And
What did
You
you
can
go?
step on the beetle.
You say the beetle next?
Do not.
Do
I said
not
we got
step on-
creatures and we have objects. I don't know if that's true or not. It's just that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, but the foot is
It only leaves the foot. Go one to the north. Now,
Nothing happens.
up to the east, northeast.
Brother, how do you know where he's stepping?
Busted.
If he's standing
Yeah,
on the
outside.
objects and not standing on...
I'm invisible. His point is I'm invisible. All right.
Yeah, I get the point, but if you were calling out to stand on the objects and not on the other things, I'm just calling out that path.
All right. I'm gonna go down to the reed next.
I think the reed wouldn't the reed be technically alive though?
Maybe.
Nothing seems to be happening. Perhaps because the statues are unable to see you.
That's what I think it is.
I am going to come here.
Still nothing.
Storm, I think you have free reign to search around.
Come back and we'll get in a bag of holding. You can just tote us out of here.
Okay, as you move over there, there is a stone block there, preventing you from moving by. You can see. I'm gonna put you on the other map real quick, just because it'll make it easier.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I'm not gonna be able to see anything.
Okay, so it's just a stone block, and you can see through the creases to the north and south of it, but you can't squeeze through that. It's just too small.
I'm gonna start feeling around and see if I can. Is there does it feel like it can move? I'm gonna feel for any latches or anything that might move it. See if it's a trapdoor of some sort or if it can move.
You're not finding anything that would make it move, but I mean, just looking at it, it does look like it does move. It's just you're unable to find anything on your side or in the creases where you can reach your hands that would trigger it.
I'm gonna reach around. Okay, I'm gonna go behind me, and I'm gonna start searching the body, see if I can find any clues or anything written in the body or something like that. Like something might say as to what this is.
Alamar's already picked it clean.
Take his rad turban.
All right, I am going to take the start taking some cloth off of this thing, bring it over to here. I'm going to try and throw it over the eyes of the statue, like over the head. I want to throw whatever the turban that this thing was wearing over the head of this thing to try and blind it.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
You know, put a towel over the parakeet, huh?
So
Pretty much.
You cover its eyes up.
All right. Well, maybe that
I got some fine clothes I'll give you.
I'll come over here. Does anybody have any extra clothing or anything like that?
I'm looking.
I've got this feather dress.
I've got a bedroll so that should have a blanket on it. So here, use
There's
it.
6 explorer packs in the.
Yeah,
Party
we should be
sheet.
able to use the bedrolls from that.
Yeah, we'll use the bedrolls from that.
Bedrolls, yep. So then I'm going to come around and I'm going to put the bedrolls on, bedrolls over the face and head of the other 3 statues.
Let's see, what are these gold cloak pins?
All right, well, here, I will hand the 10-foot pole off to one of the other individuals if they want to, who would like to test. Actually, can I? So I can end the effect of the invisibility if I just attack.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll come back and swing my swords or whatever and end the invisibility when I get back over
Flick
here.
Akka in the back of the head.
Okay, so you're no longer invisible.
Yep. All right.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can just decide to end it if you want.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure how literal you wanted to be with it. I will grab the 10-foot pole. and try and hit the urn or the door above here. Like I'm gonna try and sit, or whatever, the snake right above my head. I'm gonna try and touch the pole to the snake and see if anything happens.
Nothing happens.
All right. Well, let's try. I guess I will. Everybody, get around. I'm gonna clear a spot to that rope, because if I have to run, I'm running straight up that rope, and I will step out onto this vulture.
Nothing happens.
All right.
Seeing him do that, I'm going to go over here and step out onto this urn.
Nothing happens.
Well, it's always the last thing you do, huh?
Well, yeah, why would you keep doing things after that?
Only Akka
I
would.
didn't think you'd be smart enough to catch that, Akka.
I'll
Should
just
I
burn that shit.
He is improving.
should I climb up?
Can we set this
And
thing
grab
on
the
fire
rod?
now? Yeah, I think we'll need it. But
Alright.
if anyone's gonna climb, shouldn't it be Storm?
Well, I could drop down just fine.
Sure, go for it.
I climb back up the rope.
Okay, give me acrobatics or actually athletics. DC ain't gonna be that high. It ain't that difficult to climb a rope. Maybe a little higher in the darkness.
Here comes the 2. And a 0 behind it.
Yeah. And so you don't even use your feet, man. You just use your upper body. You just climb right up it like it's nothing.
Strongest halfling you've ever seen.
Definitely during that climb, you looked pretty impressive.
Okay, I'll hit the button on the rod, and then kind of like drop the rope back down before I jump down, and then jump back down.
So yeah, Vendor just jumps down and just lands with a thud, but seems rather perfectly fine.
All right.
Nice maneuver.
So, see if you guys can open that. I couldn't move that boulder, that block over there.
I'll go over and see if I can move it.
Akka, Roth, push things. That's what you do best, right?
Sure. Try to repush this boat.
No, not the boat.
Nope, I'm gonna push the boat.
Stop pushing the boat. I come over and smack him in the head. Go push the rock.
Well, I would still want to set it on fire, so I want to take it with us if we're not gonna do it.
Now we'll set it on fire when we leave.
All right. Do. Go help Roth.
Okay, what are you trying to do with the block?
I'm going to try to push it out of the way. Kind of. I'm not sure if I want to push it or try to shove it up.
Well, closer inspection looks like it comes up out of the floor and retracts into the floor
Oh, okay.
when it
It's a
does
lift.
move. But trying to shove it's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, we'd have to take and try to push it down. That's going to be kind of difficult.
You say you can see the other
Oh
side.
wait, it comes up out of the floor, you said?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want me to misty step over there.
Brother,
Yes.
set it on fire.
Hmm.
We have the room now. If something bad happens, we can maneuver freely.
Okay. I'll come over here. I'll say, Storm, you might want to get away from that. I vanished.
I'll put y'all back on the regular map for now
Okay.
until y'all are, needing that map again.
Just everyone get a little bit away from it and then set it on fire.
I'll shoot a firebolt at the boat when everybody's a little bit away.
And it hits the boat, but nothing happens to the funeral barge.
All right. And I start shooting a whole bunch out as fast as I can.
And a whole bunch of firebolts hit the barge, and it takes absolutely 0 damage.
You think since they're blind now, do you think we could move it off the thing and then burn it?
We can try it.
I don't know if I touch it again. Are you gonna hit me?
I might.
So
You want to take the chance?
No, I'll just wait here.
Could I do a history check to see what I know about sphinxes?
Sure. Okay. This is actually. Let me make sure before I say that. These are actually gynosphinxes, however you say it. And they have the head of a humanoid female. They have eyes that see beyond the present time and place, and penetrate veils of invisibility and magic. Maybe I should have read that before I let Storm get away with all that shit. But I've already ruled it the way I ruled it, so these specific ones do not.
Oops.
Well, that's really lucky.
Yeah. You thank your DM for not being totally prepared.
Do we? I'm thinking of trying to talk to one of them because maybe they have a riddle or something like that they want us to solve.
We seem to be missing something.
To be honest, I'm quite surprised setting that thing on fire didn't work. But
Well,
I'm gonna help my brother try to move
hey.
the ship.
Okay. What if we put out the torches that are next to each sphinx?
I did forget about the torches until we were moved over.
Well, then I won't be able to see.
Well,
And what's the other stuff on? What's the purple stuff on the ground?
oh, there's a. Is that an alcove or something to the south, or is that a?
It is. It doesn't say anything about the purple stuff.
We need to check that alcove out and see what's in there.
Yeah. Storm will start moving over to that alcove.
Okay. You see a hallway visible through gaps between its fangs. Let me make this where you can actually see through it.
Through gaps in its fangs. So, oh, this is that, like where the mouth of the fangs were. All right.
It's not the same mouth, right? We came from up.
Yeah, we came from up, so this is something. Now, is there something blocking the way, or can we go through that?
You just open stuff to the north.
Looks like
Whatever.
a wall.
Oh, okay.
I made it into a window for now.
Is this similar to those other alcoves where there was like a jaw? I'm going to look for like a jawline. Does it seem to open like the other one that we went through did?
It does not appear that you can get to it. The gaps between the teeth are only 2 inches wide.
What if we take something and try to break the teeth? They're made out of stone, right?
It might be possible to smash through that.
Roth, just out of curiosity, do you think that we can open this lid now?
We can try. We'll go up and try to open the lid again.
Um, you could, I guess, you could try to break it, but I don't see anything about that. But you do see the grand staircase as you peered through the holes.
The grand staircase.
That's
Yeah,
what it looked like.
the central like spiral area that we've been slowly going down.
Yep. Well, maybe we need to go back up and come down the staircase. And
Well, the rope's kind of gone now.
Yeah, we've already screwed that.
So we're trapped.
Oh man, I thought whenever y'all left that rope, I was like, man, they're genius with that. And then y'all decide to take it down.
Brother, can you still climb walls?
If someone lets Nang Nang inhabit them.
Well, if there's no other way out and we can't open this lid, then we have to climb back up. It does seem that we're stuck here.
Now, we'll point out that Alamar did offer a Misty Step a while ago.
Oh, yes, he did.
Shoot, I can
No,
miss you.
I just changed my mind now.
I didn't want you to Misty Step past the block that was blocking and then something bad be on the other side. That was my issue.
Yeah, I have Misty Step also.
Well, aren't you guys just all cool kids?
I'm wondering if there's no lever or anything over here by this block that goes down into the floor. Maybe there's something on the outside.
Possibly. Can we actually see around that block? Like, I know you've got it so we can kind of see the other side. We can actually see through the cracks to the other side.
You can.
What do you think, Alamar?
We could both go over there that way if something happens.
I
think
think
that's the
that'd
best.
be a good idea. So I'm going to Misty Step.
Okay, so you Misty Step.
Into this.
Somehow, did I get 2 tokens on this map?
Why?
Because all of a sudden I've got another token. I was moving my map around, and now I've got a token down on the bottom right-hand side. Can you see that?
Well, that didn't work, did it?
Down here, inside this circle that I just drew, Clue, I got a token on the bottom, kind of right-hand side of that circle.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that.
Well, we're going to take and look around here and see if there's any levers or something that will move this block.
Okay, so when you get on the other side, you the back side of this block of stone is painted with a 7-foot tall jackal-headed humanoid with a circular gold medallion around its neck. All around the figure are carvings of locusts. In this corridor that you're currently in there, Roth, as well, at the corner just before the turn south, I mean, just right there in front of you, basically, one tile more to the right and up, there is a peephole that is carved into the stone wall at a height of about 6 foot.
I should be able to look through that.
Yeah. So, what are you wanting to look at amongst all the information I've given you?
But you said that to the right of me there was a peephole?
Mm-hmm.
I'll look through that, people.
Yeah.
Okay. And actually, I guess that is the right place to be looking. It is a magnifying lens set through this 5-foot long tube. And you got a clear view of the gold medallion that I described on the backside of that stone block.
Okay. So we're going to take
And you also see a hieroglyph visible on the dial behind it.
Okay, what's on it?
You will see you see a vulture. And somehow, you don't understand how, but you feel like you can even communicate with your companions back in the tomb room.
So we need to mash the medallion?
either that or step on a vulture.
Ross, go to the other side, and when you get close to the medallion, I'll tell you to mash it.
Okay. Over here close to it.
Yeah, a little bit closer. Right there.
Okay, what are you doing?
You want me to touch the medallion? I think that people on the other side should come up and
Stand on the vulture.
stand on the vultures.
Well, let them know.
You actually can communicate that to them, Alamar.
I need to get on a vulture.
And in your heads, you hear Alamar's voice tell you that you need to get on a vulture.
What the hell?
What was that? Well, I guess at
Okay.
least we know they're not dead.
Pay no attention to the people behind those stone blocks.
I'm not sure where any of the vultures were, but I'm just gonna stand in a random area.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
just say I'm on a vulture.
I'm not going to load the other one up.
One of them was right there in front of the door.
I'm on. Okay, well then I know
Yeah.
one's definitely there.
And then one's behind the body too.
Yeah, and there's one behind the body, and there. I think all three of us are on a vulture spot now.
Okay, nothing happens. Nothing happens for you, Alamar, or on their side.
Click your heels together 3 times.
I do it.
Same.
Yeah, following whatever directions he gives at this point.
You can fuck with us hard.
I don't know what else to tell y'all.
All right. Well, is there anything over there? Is there a reason for us to go through this at this point?
It's just a peephole and looks like some sewers or something.
Question. What did you do earlier that may have hindered this portion? This is for someone in the tomb room.
The blind.
All right. I guess. So, are we going to? All right.
Do you want to remove the blindfolds?
Yeah, I suppose that's what we're gonna have to do at this point.
Don't you have that mage hand too?
Actually, yeah, I do have the mage hand. I will. Let's stay where we're standing right now, and I'm going to start.
Okay.
Using my lantern to remove the blindfolds and bring them back to us to put back in the bag of holding.
Okay.
And each one of you should be standing on a vulture.
Okay, so each one of them is standing on a vulture. You remove the blinds. And
The last one I remove is the cloak, and I just throw that back on the ground because I really don't care if I have that or not.
I'm trying to think of how to rule this. Okay. Who would be technically first? Does anybody want to argue their case for who was first on a tile, or y'all literally should I roll?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it doesn't much matter.
Just make it random.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go from left to right. A 1 or a 2 would be vendor, and so on and so forth. 3 or 4, then 5 or 6.
Yes.
It is a 4, which would be Storm. Storm is considered first. And then it doesn't really matter. Aka, Vendor, they would be second and third. How did that thing shrink when I moved it? Okay, so 15-foot cube centered above the offending floor tile. And it's going to hit both of y'all. I'm just making sure that nobody else is going to get hit by that. Everybody will. So the locusts do come out above each of you, except for Storm. And they start obviously eating away at you.
Ah! Ah! Fuck you, Alamar!
Okay, what do you do?
God almighty.
Holy shit.
You got a sequence, and you can't have 3 people doing the same thing. If you kind of get what I'm saying.
So I'll
I
jump back up on
immediately
the thing.
moved
I don't think-
forward, trying to get away.
As soon as this stuff happens, I'm going back invisible.
He said, hell with y'all. He's going invisible.
In a panic, I'm just maneuvering, trying to get back to the where I think is a safe area as quickly as possible.
Okay. Do these things continue to cast?
And I'll
It does not reset.
If that 15-foot cube was centered on Storm, it shouldn't hit Alamar by the door.
No, it was centered on Aka.
Hit Aka either.
No, it was centered on Aka. Literally, he
two
is
to the
on the
right.
wrong. He is
Oh,
considered. He is considered out of sequence, and so is Vendor. So each one of them got a 15-foot cube centered above them, full of locusts.
Okay, I misunderstood.
Yeah, and I'm assuming Storm, you're running as quick as you can to get out of the way.
Yeah, I'm jumping out of the way. I turn myself invisible instantly and running anywhere I can that's away from whatever is happening.
Okay.
All right, brother. I don't know where Storm went, but fuck this place. Let's just figure out a way to get out of here. Go up.
How do we go up? We took the rope down.
Let me see what tiles y'all could have potentially stepped on here. Okay, so you just ran right on through. I'm assuming
Mhm.
around where Storm originally was. So it does not reset. So would you have stepped on any other ones that are correct? Yeah, your entire way there, you don't step on another correct sequence. So all the way along that top portion, locusts are just in a trail where you left behind. Obviously, you're just outside of the last one that's off the dais to the right. Storm, you might want to be a little further to the left, though.
Yeah,
So after this all occurs, Alamar, you do see the dial turn, and now it's a symbol of a serpent.
I'll relay it to him, but I don't know what the hell that means.
Sounds like somebody needs to step on a serpent.
Go for it, Storm.
Just one person.
All right, I'll make myself visible again.
I ain't doing that again.
All right, well, serpent. All right, we'll try one, but there's no serpent right off of.
There is. You can jump to it.
Yeah, I mean that's reasonable jumping distance away.
It's like
Alright.
5 feet.
And you said nothing happened
I'm
on.
gonna put you on that map, Storm.
All right.
And you said nothing happened on when Storm was on the Vulture Square, right? For his area, or it did?
It didn't.
Which square were you on, Storm, as a vulture?
I was on this one here.
One left of the dead body.
All right, I'll
I
take.
don't know if anybody else can see this or not.
I'm gonna jump 10
I got
feet
it up,
over
so.
to the
Okay,
vault.
so you're able to see that map, no problem.
Yep, I never
Mhm.
closed it.
All right, cool.
I'm jumping 10 feet over to the serpent.
Serpent's right next to the vulture. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But I ran off of that. I ran back to
Okay.
those guys.
Okay.
All right, I got you. All right, so yeah, you jump on there, no problem. Well, aside from the fact there's a bunch of locusts around that area, I don't think you would have jumped into the locusts. I would give you the
I'm
benefit
sorry.
of the doubt there.
I thought the locusts were only 15. I thought only went to where the.
He stepped on the wrong tile all the way back to the dais.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right,
So he got a whole path of locusts.
gotcha. All right.
I figured
we
he was
need to
moving
wait.
fast enough that
But the
he was
locusts
able to get out of
eventually.
there without getting hit by the rest of them.
Well, okay. Well, we did this a while ago, and eventually the locusts go away, right?
Yeah, after a minute.
Yeah. So we'll wait the minute, and then after the locusts go away, then I'm gonna jump over there.
Okay, we'll say a minute's passed and the locusts are gone.
All right, Alamar, is it still the serpent?
It is. It
Yep.
is.
All right, then I'll jump to the serpent.
Okay, the dial turns to a door.
You need a door next.
A door next?
Yeah, like the doorway.
Yeah, no, I get it. But that's gonna be borderline. Do I need to make a jump to jump to the one to the southeast?
I'm pretty sure you can jump over 5 foot.
I think you're good, Storm.
I'll jump to there.
Okay, now the dial turns to a reed.
Go to a reed.
Move to a reed.
And then it turns to a scarab.
And go to one of them beetle looking things.
Jump to the scarab.
Leaves the two right next to him.
I know. I'm like, what? Okay. Scepter?
He is a cat. Let him enjoy himself.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Go to
get to the door, right? Scepter.
Foot?
Then a foot
Urn.
and an urn.
Move to the urn.
Okay, give me a second. I'm going to throw you back on the other map. Okay. All right, so the sarcophagus immediately opens. The stone block sinks into the floor, creating an open passage to the east.
The sarcophagus is opening. And I'll stand at the ready. Brother, back away.
I don't want to step on those tiles.
And you notice that well, Storm, you're still in the same spot, aren't you?
Yep, I haven't moved.
Inside of the sarcophagus, which once the lid opens, you do realize that it is made out of solid gold. You see the fragile bones of an amaraj, and that's Aizen's animal form. And you see its spiral horn.
I'm guessing that horn's magical. Probably some sort of being that'll try to possess us again.
Anything is definitely possible.
What kind of magic was emanating from the sarcophagus earlier?
I don't remember what kind I told you. Oh, basically the kind of magic that um, the wall of force is. I think it was evocation, if I remember right. It was really
Okay.
faint. That was just a protection spell of sorts for the sarcophagus itself.
Okay.
All right, well, this door is open now, correct? The one over where it's a door to the east.
It is.
All right. Well, Alamar, what does the is it saying what we can step on now or not?
I think it went into the floor.
The item that you were like reading off of or whatever, it's gone. It's not reading anything anymore.
About a clue.
Well, you see everybody inside the tomb because
So
the
yeah,
stone
it
block
went to the
is
floor.
yeah, it's gone.
All right. All right. So I'm gonna I'm gonna start walking over towards these guys.
And everything seems fine and dandy. No
What's
locusts up here.
gonna ask Storm what was in the sarcophagus?
There's a horn in there. Spiraled horn.
Horn?
Horn, yes.
Well, is somebody gonna take it?
At this point, I think everyone's a little not sure what might be in that horn.
He's getting it.
I'll reach in and take it.
Streamers of light
One of
emanate from the tip of the horn. As they swirl around you, they form into a spectral rabbit with a single horn on its brow. A female voice whispers, "Quick, quick, let me in. We must stop Serac." And I need you to make a charisma saving throw. Like you're not going to be good at those. I'm assuming you're good at them. I don't know. You fail. even though you can't see it. You failed by 1.
Yeah, I had a +7.
You rolled a 5. Now you got a +10 showing up because you got some other things giving you a +3.
Oh, that aurora that I have.
Yeah, so you ended up with a 10 overall plus. But still, it only ended up being a 15, and I think 16 is the save without actually looking it up, if I remember right. All right, I'm going to drop this card on your character.
Congratulations, you're one of us, Roth.
Yeah, welcome to the club.
I love the flaw of this one. Oh, man, look at the power. Oh, my God. I'm going to have to add that for you, man.
All right, I can do that.
I'm sure you can.
Okay, you can talk to the spirits later. Get out of there.
Well, if
All
they've
right.
moved across the floor freely, I'm just gonna check. Is it open down to the south too, or no?
It is not.
And what is this thing to the north? Where I'm at right now. Is that like a walkway or like a spillway?
To the where? The north? Oh, you're on the other side of the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, brother, they didn't mention there's more of a path down here. My booming voice, I think, will echo out far
That
enough.
is a tunnel. Let me close some of these things I have up. I have a bunch up right now.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, let me put that in your character sheet too. All right, you have a wand in your inventory, Roth. And since you are attuned to Aigen, I assume it's okay for it to be identified immediately because he probably told you exactly what it does. Or rather, she did. I know I read something about this. I mean, it is a very narrow crawlway, but you can squeeze through it.
I'll leave it be for now.
Almar, did you go through this door here?
Nope.
I think it might be smart for us to find a place to rest soon.
Well, it's open.
Okay, this chamber, before you walk in,
Okay, before I walk
this
in.
chamber contains a stone font filled with a gleaming green liquid. Beyond it, a shadowy figure stands at an open door on the far side of the room. I guess I need to open that door since it says it's open.
Roth, are you coming?
Yes, I am.
Hey, you!
And its back is towards you.
I'm just gonna call out. Hey! Hey, you! Are you the one that's been following us?
And as you move, kind of as you're talking, you're probably doing some kind of gestures. It seems to be doing the same thing you're doing. And it moves forward.
I can't get past them.
It looks Just like you, the backside of you.
You've got to kind of go down between, like, see that little, yeah.
Hey, guys,
All right.
it's me, I think. Brother, check this out.
What on earth?
I'm going to raise my hand up, like my right arm.
And it raises its hand.
Stand on one leg.
It mimics everything you do.
As Vinder
Go to the
comes
up one square.
Disappears into the wall.
Well, that was easy
I
enough.
shouldn't have done that. I guess y'all can't see from his perspective, so it wouldn't matter anyway.
as Vinder walks into the room, does another apparition appear?
No.
Well, if we were going to look for a place to rest, maybe this is a decent spot.
Huddled up around the green liquid.
Storm's going invisible before he walks into this room.
Okay. Currently, you can't see this figure. He's in the wall. So, just letting you know. Because he's literally mimicking your movements. Or we could say that,
I'm gonna walk in.
we'll say he can't move out of this corridor, this room that he's in right now. He can't actually go into the wall, but he's moving like he's trying to, but he's unable to.
I closed the door. Okay, he's still there.
Yep, he's still there.
He's trying to go through the wall. Yeah, try to open the wall or something. See if it opens. Maybe there's a door there.
How do you open a wall?
You've got a mace, right?
Push it. Push on one side or the other. Maybe
Oh.
it pivots.
Try to push forward.
Nothing.
Can I tap it on the shoulder?
Sure.
Hey, do you talk?
It does not. I mean, but it just stands there.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Yeah. What are you trying to decipher?
Figure out if this is some sort of magic related thing, and if I can kind of pinpoint it, or at least have a better idea.
You do know it's some kind of magic. You're just unsure what kind of magic it is.
If I had to guess, it's got to be something perhaps with this liquid. But if you think that we're going to need to take some time to rest, perhaps we should put up the tent and also see if there's any magic coming from this green.
I don't think I can put it up in here.
I'll look in. Is this green liquid magical?
It does appear to be illusionary.
What about the shadow thing?
It is also illusionary.
Both the green liquid and the shadow are illusionary-based magic.
Well, we can either sit here and try to figure it out or move on. Either way, I don't think that this is gonna get us any closer to the soulmonger.
Yeah, I say we move on.
Agreed. Let's move on.
Sure, let's move on.
Bye, friend.
And then
As I wave back at the shadow.
And Roth, I'm going to need you. Are you looking at this illusionary figure as it
Yeah.
backs up? I'm going to need you to make me a wisdom saving throw. As you look at its face, you see a horrific visage locked in a silent scream. And as you all exit the room, Roth does not follow.
Roth, what are you doing?
Roth is unconscious at 0 hit points.
Looks like Roth needed to take a bit of a nap now. As I point back over towards the corner of the room.
I'm gonna.
Take a step forward.
Okay, so you walk back into the room. You notice he's unconscious. I'm going to assume 1 round has gone by. I'm going to need a saving throw, death saving throw.
Yeah, I'm just holding up because I wasn't sure if you needed to move the dark figure.
I was taking my pills.
But I'll just continue to move forward to him. Hey, wake up! Guys,
Does he seem all right?
I don't see any wounds.
Vendor, can you help him?
I'll cast a healing word on him.
Okay. And he has got some hit points back. He's no longer unconscious. And I do gotta ask you, pretty sure I know the answer. You're not immune to frightened, are you?
Are you talking to me?
I don't think
Roth.
so.
Yeah, I don't see the effect on you. So I'm going to assume you're not immune to it. Okay, so you do feel some life come back into you as Vendor heals you. And you just remember that look of that face. That was the last thing you saw before you just went out.
We got to get out of here. We got to get out of here now.
Why? What happened?
It was it was horrible. The face. Oh my God.
In the liquid?
In Muhammad's name, we need to leave now.
All right, Akka, I think you hold up the rear.
I'm gonna get up, staggering even, and try to dash out of this place. I mean,
As soon as I see him coming, I'll step back out of the way.
Yeah, I believe him.
oh, what's this? There's something.
You might
There's-
better let me go
there's-
first.
There it looks like there's some water down there.
All right.
I mean, you look fine. Is it like inside? Does your head hurt?
The face, it was screaming, and it was terrible. It was like it was like it just sucked the life right out of me.
Well, perhaps
So-
my brother's right. We need to find a place to rest.
So as you round the corner down here, still puddles of water cover the floor of this 15-foot wide hallway. And you can see some murals on the walls. And the walls seem to be slick with moisture.
I'm gonna peek around the corner there. It's like a long hallway with water, fellas.
Yeah, and you see murals with animal-headed humanoids in armor, most of which appear to brandish real weapons hanging on the walls. A 3-foot high crawlway in the east wall is flush with the floor. At the far end of the hall, a rippling, transparent curtain of water fills a stone archway. Beyond the curtain, you see another hallway that looks similar to the one in which you stand.
Hey, I want to do this.
How deep does it look, Alamar?
Can I tell?
You said puddles, so I assume that means it's not like the whole floor is not covered in water. It's just like puddles here and there.
I am actually trying to get a better understanding of exactly. It says the far end of the hallway, rippling, transparent curtain of water fills a stone archway. Would that be the middle, right?
Yeah, there's something in the middle down there.
Yeah, that's in the center. Center is a curtain of water. Like water literally is up and down vertical, like a curtain. But as far as the other stuff, I'm going to assume, since they're not saying a depth on it, that it is literally like puddles. Very minimal water.
You want me to move forward?
I can't see anything.
Well, I moved all the way across the wall, so come on in.
Roth, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm gonna like slowly move into the water.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself, 3rd level spell.
Okay. Okay,
Let's see.
the murals that you're seeing here, and they're frog-headed females with tridents, goat-headed males with sickles, unarmed hawk-headed females, panther-headed males with blowguns, lizard-headed females with maces, and stork-headed males with hand axes.
Seem to be the guards from the gods.
Vendor, can you cast Arcane Eye again?
I can do it once more.
Do you think that's a good idea?
That's what I was thinking.
Only a jewel can tame the frog.
Does this path look similar to the one that Storm was looking at earlier?
Yes.
It does.
And when Storm moves down here, is this the big drop off? Is that what this is? It's like a waterfall down.
No, that's the waterfall in the doorway there that he was talking about. It's an arch.
It's a curtain of water.
All right, so the water's falling down towards us. I'm not at the top of a waterfall looking down. I'm like at the bottom looking up.
Yeah, I'm gonna link the text that I read y'all. That way y'all can look a little harder into it.
So it's not like a waterfall, it's just like a curtain of water falling from the top down and we can see through it.
Yes. And it does radiate an aura of conjuration magic.
Probably endless water.
Well, it looks like we just go through. Let's go.
Should we? You don't want to check out this thing here?
It's awful small.
Oh yes, I could send the eye if we wish.
Whatever. If truthfully, I'm going to assume it was some way around from that northern path. When I looked in there, it looked like it circled around this way. I can go through and check it out if you want, but
It
not
might
sure how
lead to
you
a hidden room.
all right.
Maybe another coffin.
I'm going through it. I am invisible though while I'm going through this.
Okay.
Just ends there.
Appears to end there.
I'm gonna feel around, see if I can find any secret doors or secret entrances or something here. See if there's a way to go any further to the left or the right. Looking
Give
for
me
any-
a perception check. You notice a narrow seam in the stonework.
I'll try to see if I can fit my fingers into the seam and try and open it up. If not, I'll pull one of my daggers out and use that to try and try and open the seam up.
Okay. Trying to make sure I get this right. Actually, I don't like the way that this works in Fantasy Grounds, because now I understand why it's like this. You noticed the seam earlier. If you go back, right there, just behind your token, just a little bit. I don't know if you can actually see that on the map. Probably not.
For the door you need to open it.
Oh, the door is there's no door. It's a seam. That's where you notice the seam at.
All right. Yeah, I said I'm gonna kind of try to run my fingernails through it, or see if it's something that can open, or
You do not find anything that would make it open.
I will just take one of my daggers and run it along the seam and try and dig it out, see what else it might be, like what purpose the seam might have. So it runs the full length. It runs the full length of this hallway. Is that what you're saying?
No, the seam doesn't. But the hallway actually continues on. It's not dead ended like it looks like.
Oh, I can. Okay, see, it's not letting me go any further.
Okay, so once you get to there, the tunnel quickly rotates.
Rotates up, down, left, right.
See what I'm talking about?
Okay,
With
fair enough.
Fantasy
Gotcha.
Grounds, it's hard to. The way they got this designed on the map, it would have been better had it been straight through and then the break the other way. So it rotates with a loud grinding noise. The section of crawlway begins to rotate, instantly cutting off the exits ahead and behind. You can feel the passage sink about 5 feet as it turns. After a few seconds, it comes to a stop and the grinding abates.
All right, and then I'm gonna move down here. Do I feel anything down here?
Um, no, but you do see the skeletal corpse lying on the floor in this tunnel, about on the other end.
Here, there's a skeleton.
There is a skeletal corpse.
I'm gonna go to the corpse and I'm gonna check it out.
And you find Yakwa. I can't say that damn weapon. And the Dungeoneer's pack in a pouch that's got 8 gold in it. An ivory back scratcher shaped like a dinosaur claw, holy symbol of Bahamut, and a red crystal eyeball. And he's wearing some tattered yellow robes.
I will grab all of that stuff and throw it on my back. All right. Now let's see if I can get this thing to move. I'm going to start feeling to the left and the right and see if I can figure out if there's a way to turn this thing and get it to go back to where it was or to continue moving forward.
You're not finding any way to get it to move.
Come back down towards the center and said, I'm running my hands along both walls, feeling as I go, feeling for anything. Maybe trying to shift my weight as I go, see if that manages to get it to start shifting or moving again.
Nothing happens. And that's where we're going to go ahead and call it for tonight. And I'll be able to look a little harder into if there is a way out for next session on what you're looking for. I am not seeing it, but hey, who knows? Maybe I'm skipping over it.
Cool. I feel like we're making progress. We found 6 of the gods' tombs.
Oh yeah,
so.
y'all definitely making progress. This ain't gonna take this 90 something sessions like the other campaign I read about where they said they were in the tomb for 50 sessions. I'm thinking, man, what the heck? Ain't no way.
Well, we'll see. Maybe there's more to it.
Yeah. It might get pretty rough. It might get to the point where it's one room per session.
Well,
But
thanks, Clue. Good game, man.
yeah,
Yep.
I had fun.
Yes, indeed.
Hope
Having
everybody
fun.
has a wonderful night.
Yep, and we'll be off in 2 weeks. Just a reminder.
All right.
But we'll be here next week.
Sounds good.
Everybody be careful.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Night,
Later.
everyone.
Night.
All right.
Good night.
Good night.